New Mexico Real Estate Principles Workbook, page 20. Acknowledged by all beneficiaries as provided in the deed of trust and prepared in substantially the following form. Notice of substitution of trustee. The undersigned beneficiary hereby appoints blank blank successor trustee under the deed of trust executed by blank as trustor, in which blank is named beneficiary and blank as trustee, and recorded blank 2000 and blank in blank county, New Mexico, in book blank, page blank, and legally describing the trust real estate as legal description of trust real estate, dated this blank day of blank 2000 and blank, blankety blank. Signature of beneficiary. Here add acknowledgement. D. A notice of substitution of trustee is effective immediately on execution as provided in subsection C of this section. E. A person appointed as a trustee under a deed of trust may resign as trustee at any time. The resignation shall be without liability, provided the person has not agreed in writing to be appointed trustee or has not acted in the capacity of trustee. The trustee may only resign as provided in the deed of trust and the deed of trust act. If a trustee fails to qualify or is unwilling or unable to serve or resigns, the validity of the deed of trust shall not be affected, except that no action required to be performed by the trustee as provided in the deed of trust act or as provided in the deed of trust may be taken until a successor trustee is appointed by the beneficiary as provided in this section. If the beneficiary fails or refuses to appoint a successor trustee, the terms of section 47-1-42 NMSA 1978 shall be applicable. Resignation by a trustee is made by recordation of a notice of resignation in the office of the county clerk of each county in which all or any part of the trust real estate is situated at the time of the resignation. Written notice shall be given through registered or certified mail, postage prepaid to the trustor and the beneficiary. A notice of page 21. Resignation of trustee is sufficient if acknowledged by the trustee and prepared in substantially the following form. Notice of resignation of trustee. The undersigned trustee hereby resigns as trustee under the deed of trust executed by blank as trustor, in which blank is named beneficiary and recorded blank 2000 blank in blank county, New Mexico, in book blank, page blank, and legally describing the trust real estate as legal description of trust real estate, dated this blank day of blank 2000 and blank, blankety blank. Signature of trustee. Here add acknowledgement. 48-10-8 Deed of Trust as security. Deeds of trust may be executed as security for the performance of a contract. The laws of New Mexico which refer to mortgages as security instruments are deemed to also include deeds of trust unless the context otherwise requires. The lien theory of mortgages in New Mexico shall continue to add to deeds of trust executed as provided in the Deed of Trust Act. 48-10-9 grants in trust of real estate uses. Grants or mortgages of trust real estate may be made to secure the performance of a contract of the trustor or any other person, unless otherwise specifically provided in the Deed of Trust or otherwise specifically agreed in writing by the trustor and the beneficiary at the time of acquisition. An interest in the trust real estate acquired by the trustor after the execution of the deed of trust shall run to the benefit of the trustee and the beneficiary as security for the contract for which the trust real estate is granted and mortgaged, as if the interest had been acquired before execution of the deed of trust.